We Are Stardust, presented by Elizabeth Prather. It was once said, be humble, for you are part of the earth. Be noble, for you are part of the stars. Part of the stars, you may ask, well, how could that be? Well, I am here to explain to you that we are stardust. We are made from stardust, and I want to explain that a little bit, how we came from stars. So, I have my star here, and the stars, if we look back in the early universe, stars were composed of hydrogen, and they would burn really hot. And so as they burned, different elements were made. So our nitrogen would burn, and then nitrogen would burn, and helium would be formed, and carbon would be formed, and then oxygen would be formed, and then iron would be formed, and then we would have sulfur being formed as well. So our hydrogen would all get used up. So when stars burn and they use up their hydrogen, they die. They become dead stars. And some stars, if they're small, they just simply burn out and unravel, and then stardust, which is composed of all these elements, is strewn about. Stardust just goes about. But sometimes stars are really heavy and they explode into supernovas. So the stardust is floating around in the universe, and as it floats around in the universe, it forms other stars as well as planets, and then it lands on these planets too. And so when it lands on the planets, so we need another step. How is the stardust getting to us? Well, it gets into the plants. So I have a plant here. So let's look at this. It gets into the plants. So if we were to eat an apple, the apple has the nutrients in it that come into our bodies and that came from stars. As well as the cow would eat the grass, and then the animal would absorb the nutrients in the grass, and then we drink the milk from the cow, and we're getting calcium in our bodies. These nutrients are all things that help us move, think, and grow, and do all the things that we need to do to live. Those elements, those building blocks, become us. It started out in a star, and the star burned up all its fuel, and it made these new elements of carbon and oxygen and iron, and then those are the things that we are composed of. We are composed